Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look you in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
Yo, what's good? What's the deal, man? Y'all tapped into another dope interview of the Down and Diligent podcast. It's a dope interview today because we got some real special people in here. I'm gonna let my boy take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But tell them what to do though, Joey.
Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on all social media platforms. D.A.D podcast. Got our TikTok going too. Finally figured it out.
Finally figured it out.
That TikTok, man.
I had to hide that shit because it's addictive.
Yeah.
I found out how to do so much shit on there, though.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, man. TikTok.
It's a young man's game.
Right, every time I get on TikTok, I'm like, what's going on? So, yeah, man, I feel kind of over it, but I kind of figured it. My son helped me out, so got the TikTok. Yeah.
That's the benefit of having kids.
But,
Keep you up to date.
But today we have two, as you already see, two beautiful young ladies.
Hello.
Ashley,
Yeah.
Dominique.
Hey.
I've been knowing them since I was. It's crazy. I've been knowing them since I was 5 years, like kindergarten, right?
I feel
You
like
been on a lot of
I feel like
You been on a lot of
Right.
These
These like
really a big group.
Right, these are like my first friends. Like even
Yeah.
since we was little kids, it was all been like
I've been knowing this person
for real. Like we part of like the same circle. We all
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
to Optimal Christian Academy.
Oh, the Optimal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Optimal crew. So
That's like
yeah, we all went to
30 of
Optimal
us.
Christian
It is.
Academy
It's a big
right in
group.
Compton, and
Yep.
pretty much went there for elementary, and met these two young ladies, and we've been friends ever since. You know what I mean? Through high school, college, and they've career progressed to become a RN, right, and a nurse practitioner. Ashley's an RN.
Yeah.
Dominic's not practitioner.
Big dogs in the house.
Right, big dogs in the house. So they're going to give us a lot of information. And also, y'all have a podcast, too. You can tell me about your
Yes,
podcast.
our podcast is Black Nurses POV. We're also on Instagram, not Facebook, TikTok too,
And YouTube.
and YouTube.
And YouTube.
Yeah, because
For sure.
yeah.
So y'all follow up on that Black
Fuck with
Yes.
them.
Black-
Let's fuck with them.
Black
on,
Nurses
Nurses
POV.
POV.
Yep.
For sure. And that's why I said it was a great one today because
Yeah.
we also interviewing some more podcasters. You
Yes.
know?
Right.
I know y'all gonna come with the content too as well.
Yes.
But give us a little bit of background about where y'all from. How did the medical field, nursing, and stuff like that come into play with y'all?
I'll go first. Okay, my name is Ashley. I'm from Compton. I'm born and raised in Compton. Nursing for me.
Whoop-dee-doo.
Nursing for me, I wasn't. My mom kind of punked me into it. I didn't want to do
Great.
it at
Good
first.
job.
Good job,
I believe in
Moms.
that. You feel
Yeah,
me?
my
Punking
mom
kids
was-
to do shit they don't want to do till
my
they
mom
like
was
it.
like, you need to do something. So nursing was. So I became an LVN at 22, and then maybe 3 years ago, I became an RN. So that's where I'm at now.
Okay. Okay, that's what's
Sound off for that. Yeah. Make the horns go south.
RNs be getting it in for real.
Yeah.
For real.
It's a lot of hard work.
What about you?
Born and raised in Compton too. I can't say I was necessarily bullied into nursing, but it is like a family career. So my mom's a nurse, my grandmother's a nurse. So it's something I was always kind of interested in. And then I went to King Drew High School, and they had like a bridge program with Martin Luther King Hospital. And that's where I was like, oh, I really like this. And so here I am 15 years later.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Y'all been in the medical field for so long, but y'all still young
Funny, my
ladies.
mom.
Yeah,
My mom was a
yeah.
nurse and she went to King
Yeah.
Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
That's yeah, I mean, hey.
Yep.
How long is that
that
journey?
program-
How long is that journey from LVN to where you are now?
Well, the LVN program was only a year.
Mm.
And then when I went back for my bachelor's, it was about 2.5 years for my RN with my bachelor's degree
Okay.
and my
Okay.
public health nursing certificate as well.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So can you explain the differences between a CNA, a RN, NP, nurse practitioner, LVN?
Medical assistant too, right? It's all in the same group, right?
Is that called?
I would.
Can you
I mean, that's clinic, but
Yeah, it's
still,
clinic, yeah.
I mean, it's still in the same tier.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
get
No,
offended.
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm not at all. Because anybody call me, I mean, I know people get mad. Like, I'm an MP. But if somebody just thinks I'm a CNA, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't matter. It don't matter about the title. Because they do hard work, like, for real.
CNAs work their butt off.
Yeah.
They're mainly the nursing assistants. So CNA usually is the one like cleaning the patients, feeding the patients, showering the patients, stuff like that. LVNs could do everything an RN could do, but can't give IV medication. So that's the biggest thing.
Okay.
And so for the RNs, we give the IV medications. Nurse practitioner, she's able to prescribe the medications.
Right.
So that's the difference here. Is mainly of it that I think.
We might have to cover her face. How people go.
Hit her up. Hey, I need
The blurry face. how people-
Right. I had wanted to ask Damo, so since you're a nurse practitioner, right? I mean, and you're working in the operating room, right?
I'm working operating room.
What's some of the craziest things you've seen so far? Because you recently started working in the operating room, right?
Yes.
What's some of the craziest things you've seen since been working in the operating room?
Since 4th of July, after 4th of July, I don't fireworks, y'all crazy. I seen a guy, a firework blew up in his face. So
Ooh.
his face is gone. Like one eye gone, the other one is blind and it's legit. If you didn't know it's a face, you wouldn't know.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I
Damn.
don't deal with fireworks.
But yeah, it's very common the firework people's fingers get blown off. So far, that's one of the craziest, but it's always something crazy.
Always so.
That's why I only buy the little packs. I don't go this high. I don't do the bombs and shit like that. you feel me?
So, do you work in the hospital or do you work like at facilities? Are you like a consultant? Do you do consultant work too?
Well, I work in the hospital, like
Okay.
in a county hospital.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I work in the hospital too when I'm doing my RN, but I work in the clinic when I'm in my nurse practitioner role.
Okay. Okay. So them like y'all be working as women. Talk about that. I know y'all work like hella hours in a day throughout the week or whatnot. How do that kind of where's the transparency with y'all home life and living and traveling and things like that as far as working? How do y'all separate the two?
For me, it took me a while to learn how to balance the two.
Yeah.
I still find it difficult sometimes, but you schedule it in. Like they say, PTO, prepare to others. Like I'm either gonna take the time I have, or I'm gonna make the time.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I do it.
I mean that, and then sometimes your body tell you to sit down because, like most of the times, my first day off, I'm not doing nothing. Like unless I told somebody for sure I'm going out, I'm not. I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, I'm catch up on laundry, my shows, I'm relaxing, and I try not to bring the stuff I see at work home because that could tear you up. Because we see
And
a
that's
lot
what
of
I
crazy
wanted to
stuff.
ask, because y'all seen so much crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
At work. So does that affect y'all home life and how y'all view things when y'all are out and being social?
That's kind of hard to say because we see
It
some crazy
does.
stuff like far as like death. We both seen
Right.
death like nothing, and we really have to just keep rolling with the punches and go about our day. But I think it comes with time when you get used to seeing it and you just kind of know how to cope and understand like, okay, this person is at peace now versus just like it's hard when somebody dies right away and it's not expected. Now that's hard.
Yeah.
But when it's expected, it's kind of like, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I think it's understanding the field and what you do, right?
Right.
Because I'm not in the medical field, but I work in group homes and I have lost consumers before, but at the same time, it's knowing what you do and you got to pick up and you got to keep going. But when do you guys ever find, because you guys establish certain relationships with their family, right? If it's a emergency situation, you out there, you might got to talk to the family till they come out of surgery or do whatever the case is. So when you establish that over the days and this particular patient pass away, what's the reaction with the family? How do you guys?
I could just say for like thinking about my home health patients when I did home health, I still stay in contact with some of the family members, and it's just a thing like just checking on you, make sure you're there. If you need to talk, if any medical questions or if you don't understand, just try to be that person for somebody medically. But it's like you build up empathy versus sympathy. Just like you kind of understand it, but I can't be sitting there crying with you either.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah, you definitely have to set your boundaries because you can't like not get emotionally involved. It's hard not to because if you've been with somebody over a couple of days taking care of them, you kind of put yourself in that position or you see your parent in them or your child in them or whatever. So you make that connection. But like she said, it's just really offering comfort and letting them know that you're here and not just for this moment, but for the moments to come, you know, and giving them resources that they can actually, you know, utilize because you can't be the one to be there for them every time.
Right.
You
like
know?
it's only so much you could give as a nurse. Like if you pour into everybody else all the time, it's like, okay, I need something for myself too.
Right.
Yeah, I just need, if I need a nurse, just lie to me. Tell me I'm leaving tomorrow. Every time you see me, I don't want to hear I'm gonna be here. Real shit. Tell me every time you see me, you out here tomorrow.
Give you some kind of hope.
That's a lesson in life, you know. That's like for us, that's the patients get so upset when they know they're supposed to be discharged or go home and then the doctors don't put in the orders and they looking at you like they told me I was going home and now you like I don't know what to tell you.
Right,
Like
right,
it's not
right.
in. I
It's
can't
not
just
in.
let you go. I mean, you can sign out if you want to, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna get your meds.
Right.
You're not gonna get
Right.
no follow up. So
Right.
Doctors, they throw us under the bus a lot.
Right.
They put a lot. Oh, the nurse is like, don't do that.
Yeah,
You
for
put the
sure.
order in, don't.
For sure.
Now I got to deal with this
For sure.
family member and stuff.
For sure.
'Cause they
Especially
wanna
when they
go
got
home.
transportation.
Oh, everything's set up.
Everything's set
They
up.
be dressed like, oh, I thought you could walk, but now you all dressed. Okay.
Like the doctor come in at 6 o'clock, 6:30,
Yes.
they be ready to go.
Man.
Ready to
Like,
go.
look, he ain't even.
Yeah, for real.
The pharmacy not even
That's
open
crazy.
yet. Oh,
For
man.
real.
So Damo, so you're a traveling nurse, right? Tell us what life is like for like a traveling nurse that could just. How does that work? Like, how do you get on assignment? How does that work as far as being a traveling nurse?
So they have like specific nursing agencies that have contracts all over the country, and so you link up with those agencies and you kind of tell them where you want to go, and then they look and see if they have contracts in that area. If they do, then they kind of like submit you for the position, and then the hospital decides if they want to use you. Then you come in and they'll give you a contract for like 13 weeks normally. And you work that contract like you're a regular staff nurse. And after you're done, you can decide if you want to continue going, if they want you back, or if you want to switch and go somewhere else.
Okay.
So it ends up being kind of dope because you can live in different places for a good amount of time to really get the feel of the
Right.
community. And
Where
stuff like
where have you
that.
been so far?
I've been to Florida, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Virginia, which was my last assignment.
What part of Virginia?
Roanoke.
I was in Hampton.
For real.
Yeah.
I don't know what the black population is there.
Hampton was cool.
Lady.
It was cool. It was my first time ever going somewhere and seeing black people work at a Taco Bell, so it was kind of awkward.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. On everything. That's what never mind, it's a long story.
That's why I was
got
just
time.
talking to my
I mean, Hampton won. That's all I got to say. Hampton got the best of me and the homie. You feel me? For sure. Like,
That's what I was just talking to my cousin though about because she just went to Houston recently and she's just like, it's so dope to be around so many black people. Like black people everywhere.
Yeah.
It is like
And it's a
everywhere.
difference. It really is a
Big
difference.
difference. And especially like out there, I ain't really see like it wasn't no type of envy and
No,
like,
everybody's so
everybody
friendly.
loved to
Everybody
be
Just
cool.
hey.
together. Like
Yes.
it was
That's how it should be. It should be like that everywhere
But,
in the black community. But
yeah.
you know, out here, we
I think
self-
well, that's
certain
California
places-
anyway.
That's-
Anywhere.
yeah.
We walk around with a sense of arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we think we're so diverse because we have so many cultures, but everybody kind of sticks to themselves and
Yeah.
still has their own ideas.
Yeah.
I've seen the most diversity in like rural country areas than I have like here in California.
As they say,
so-
California people are fake nice
Yeah.
and really mean, and other places are like
Genuine.
fake aggressive, but they're really nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, or you know what I mean? Like Southern people have good hospitality.
Or they
That's-
just up in front. Like, you know what I mean? You know when somebody don't like you.
Yeah.
Or you know when the vibe is
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Here it's like, oh,
I have plenty of
no.
You got
I
it.
know plenty of people that went to the South and never came back because they thought, you know what I mean, that California, you know, because our ghettos look kind of like, you know, if you
Suburban.
you know,
Yeah.
like you go, you look at Compton, you're like, oh, that's to us like, oh, you living in Compton is dangerous, but you bring somebody from like their projects. You
Right.
be like, nigga, Compton the shit. What y'all
Right,
doing?
right.
You feel me?
Exactly.
So when
Like,
we go to
what
their
y'all
shit,
talking about?
we look
For real.
down up on shit. You know what I mean?
Right,
You know
right.
how we are. We're California. We
Yeah.
act. We think we superstars. So.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go.
Everybody's a
Right.
superstar.
Yeah, from the water.
For real.
So
So when did podcasting come into play? How did that come into play? And what was the importance behind that from the nursing? What y'all talking about on y'all podcast? It's Black Nursing
I
point
know.
of view.
Right.
But are y'all just talking
Right.
about the nursing field? Or y'all talking about y'all life as being Black nurses? Y'all day to day? Talk to me. Talk to us about Black Nurses POV.
So us starting was just her coming to my house a lot and us drinking wine, and then we'll be talking for hours, and it'll be like we relate to so much stuff. It was like, we should do a podcast. We should just do it, and then mostly we just talk about our day to day, not just like us being Black nurses, but it's like more to it because we go through a lot of stuff just in our community. We want to educate our community on health disparities that we are handed low key, and just try to know more about ourselves.
Yeah, because for us, like our friends, family, they would have questions, a lot of questions that you would think people could easily Google and get the answer to. But if you don't trust the information, if you don't trust the person giving you the information, then you're not necessarily going to take it in. And so we kind of wanted to approach it that way. Like, not only are we Black women in the community and have grown up the same way, our community has with the same biases or whatnot. But we're also Black nurses, so we understand from the medical side why certain things can't be done or what can be done, to help benefit the community.
And two, I know like even patients, they'll take certain things coming from me better than they'll take from a different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
we're able to communicate better because I look like you. So
Right,
that's
right.
also a thing.
yeah,
Definitely.
because I've been in there and the lady said something to me and I had to catch myself like, nah, that's probably just how she.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, for real.
It's like
and
that.
then like when you don't know, like, just going in or whatnot, you see these nurses and you always think, ain't got to stick up their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She needs some,
Yeah,
And I'm gonna say something. I like awkward moments, so I'm gonna say something. You feel me?
Yeah.
So then I'll be that's why I had to stop myself. So I was
Yeah.
like, nah, shit, I don't gotta do that to her.
And so we wanted to make it that conversation more comfortable because it
Yeah.
is like that.
It
you
is.
know,
Right.
when you come in, you already have these stereotypes, what you see or whatnot, and these ideas of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So if we can make our community more approachable to healthcare and healthcare more approachable to our community, then that's the biggest and best thing for us.
Yeah.
Right.
Considering all the statistics.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And with y'all being Black nurses, right? Have y'all personally experienced racism in nursing, or have seen it with patients? And tell us about y'all experiences.
Absolutely.
With
Good question, Joey.
Absolutely. I seen one. It was this bigger Black guy. He was like 6'4", probably like 250, big guy. And the nurse before me was a different nationality, and he was like, "Oh, he's just playing by his pain meds. He don't need it. He don't need his pain meds." I'm like, "Dude, this got in a car accident. He's in traction. Basically, like it's a weight pulling his leg straight. He's not in pain. He ain't pain like that." I'm like,
What?
"Bruh, like."
They think we can endure more pain.
Exactly.
Wow.
So basically, I went in there. The guy was like
Take a headache.
34 years old, my age. I'm like, I'm gonna get you on your pain meds. He was just like, thank you so much, because nobody been trying to give me my pain meds because they think I'm dependent on it. That alone was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, this man's in traction. Obviously, he's in pain, but they don't see it like that with certain with us.
Right? I'd be pissed off too.
He
Especially
was
me. I don't
mad.
even take
He
fucking
was-
medicine. So
No, they said, oh, he's angry. He was cussing people out. I'm like, if you in pain like this, you'll be cussing somebody out too.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right, and that's the thing, because they'll look at our aggression and automatically make it a psych issue.
Yeah.
Like we need to get psych down here, get them on psych meds, that kind of thing. When really it's like, no, if you go back to it, these people have been disrespecting him. They've been dismissing him. His pain is not controlled. Like, yeah, he has every reason to be upset. But you guys are looking at his skin color and who he is. He's 6'4", 250.
Yeah.
So you scared
Right.
automatically coming
Exactly.
in.
And he raising his voice
And
now.
he had a whole
Right.
accident. He in traction. He
Right.
can't even get off the bed to do nothing
He
to
can't
you.
do exactly. He can't.
Like,
all he
there's
do is
no
throw
reason for you to
something
be
at
afraid of this man.
Right. But they just seen the Black man that's big and tats on his face. Like, oh my God. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we'd rather have him crying and suffering than put him back out there.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this. Hopefully it's not too much. Working in the hospital, you guys have to follow the doctor's order as well, right? When you see a certain patient, you see now they want to abuse a certain medication.
Mm.
They just wanting it all the time. And you notice it and you see it. This is the order. Do you guys have a conversation with the doctor, or what how does that work? And does the doctor, which you've been the RN and you've been the NP, are they receptive to the information that you guys give and trust your knowledge of it?
For me, my experience is that doctors will usually order like a tier of medication. So you'll have like one for a pain level of 7 to 10, one for a pain level of 4 to 7, one for a pain level of 1 to 3. So you kind of can titrate it based on what the patient is telling you.
Mhm.
But for me, I learned in nursing school that if somebody tells you they're in pain, they're in pain. It's not your job to tell them that they're not in
Right,
pain.
right.
It's not your job to withhold the medication. The way it's given in the hospital anyway, it's an order for every so
Yeah,
often.
you ain't no motherfucking
So they
psychic.
can't abuse it.
Yeah.
You can't go pull it every 5 minutes to give it to them.
Right.
So they still gonna have to wait their time. And if it's within that order, then that's fine. As long as, the other stuff that you're supposed to be assessing, like their breathing rate and stuff like that, is fine. Their blood pressure and stuff. But I usually talk to the patient and tell them, like, you can't go home on this. They're not gonna give you the IV meds to go home on. So you have to get used to taking the pills at least. And usually that conversation and be like, okay, well, let me do that because I want to go home.
Right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Same.
Thing, yeah. Because you could actually tell doctors, or you could see their vital signs are fine, their heart rate is stable. Like, I gave people Tylenol. Like, let me try Tylenol first. If this don't help, then I'll give you something stronger, just to titrate it down. Because you can't go home on IV medications, so you'll take like most. They don't really order. Well, I don't know. The lot is really.
Usually usually after surgery they'll order that, or you have some people who will say they're allergic to everything except that.
Morphine.
Yeah.
And after so many days, they DC those strong pain medications anyway, so they can't have them for that long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You looking trying to run the play or something?
No.
In a controlled environment.
When we found out I got like a little rabbit hole of looking shit up. You feel me? And I seen this like a bad like men that are nurses are looked on like kind of funny.
Yeah.
What's up with
Like
that?
we look at
male-
men.
I don't know. I just
Male
heard, you know what I mean? I just seen that.
Do y'all in the nursing?
I
field
even
get
heard.
men
I heard.
funny?
I seen it on the internet, and I've heard it personally that
Like would y'all
he a
date a
nurse.
nurse?
I hear nurse. Yeah.
Oh, look how
I seen it on TV.
Oh no, not at all.
crazy.
Not at all. You talking about men
If they
in
get that
nursing?
shit-
No. I
male
heard
nurse. They're a nurse.
like he a nurse.
Like a male
Like
nurse.
a
No, he a nurse.
Like a male nurse.
Like a male nurse.
Bruh.
Yes. What?
She
The
said she
job,
wouldn't
you
date.
wouldn't?
She said she wouldn't date a nurse.
For me,
That's what- I
I mean, the
done
only
seen that. I
reason
seen
why
it
I wouldn't
personally.
is
All that, like-
because they tend to be hoes.
Oh,
That's the
nurses?
only
Male-
reason
They in the
why.
hospital
But like
around all
paper,
women.
They
All
around
day?
what? All
That are
all
dating.
day.
No, you just gave her an outlet because she
Yeah.
wasn't, that wasn't her
That wasn't her
reason behind
at
why she
all.
couldn't date it.
And that's not really hers. That's the general. You get men work anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all work. It's girls everywhere. Like it's girls at the post office. Girls at the freaking welding site.
Referee.
Like,
I wonder why black
They would be like the
male.
most
male
understood.
nurses
Why are
look
black
down,
male?
or just
That's
male
like-
nurses in general look down up look down upon.
I
maybe.
have a close friend that's a male nurse, so I can't say too nothing bad about
yeah,
him.
but you probably didn't told him
Well,
that's
why-
your friend, so you kept it
Yeah,
real with him.
why wouldn't you
gave him a
date
giggle?
a nurse?
Yeah, because I want to know.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Yeah, I found
male
it out
nurse.
last night. You feel me?
I can
I'm
take
on my rabbit hole.
medical field, but male nurse, I don't know. That's a lot. Because they see a lot. We clean people, and I don't know. I just wouldn't do
Really,
it.
you clean people every day.
Yeah, but I could go home and not think about it.
You think they thinking about it?
Yeah, what if
I
they
think
ain't thinking
about
about
it.
it?
I
Just
think
like
they
you,
think
y'all got the
it's
same
about it.
mindset. Y'all do the
I
same
couldn't
type
date
of
no
work.
male nurse. I never thought about it. I
Because
don't
I
think
mean,
I could.
think of the ones we see. Like they not appealing to where
Hey,
you
that's-
just be like, I want to
have
think
you
about
seen
it
a
every day.
fine male nurse?
Damn.
Yeah.
Where? In California?
Let's look one up on Instagram.
In the county, too.
In the county?
In the county.
Yeah, I ain't
too.
never seen
You got to
one.
move around the county. girl.
Only one. When I think of male nurses, I think of, sorry, Lord, please forgive me, Caucasian older man. That's the only ones I always see. So that's why I was like,
Or Asian dude. Yeah,
or
fact.
Asian dude. So I never thought of somebody that looked like me. That's enough.
I remember my mom was telling me she wanted me to be a nurse, but I'm like, I'm not about to be no nurse.
Why not?
They need you. They need more men.
You would've
They
been
Yeah,
need
why
more.
not though?
They pay y'all more.
I just didn't. I just
It's
looked
not
at
you. It's
me. I just looked at nurses as
A female job, right?
You'll be
I-
big in this girl.
Buff with the scrub.
Right.
Let me get your IV.
You good, cuz?
Y'all niggas good.
Our
Your mom's out there. We about to take you out.
our foreigners, like African.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of
Yeah, a
It's
lot
a lot
of
of
African,
American.
yeah.
A lot of
But it's a lot of
African.
men. It's a lot of African men.
Yeah.
It's a lot of other men.
Because they
Not
push,
like
they
black
push
Af-
that on
not
their
Yeah,
Black
children,
American.
Yeah,
too,
because that's
though,
like
you know?
that's good. You a
Yeah,
nurse.
yeah,
Like,
for
you
sure.
Yeah, it's in the medical field. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
in the
think Black
medical-
Americans are the only ones who really don't.
I don't see what's wrong with being a
Push,
male
like, the
nurse.
No, but it's not just us. Like Asian women think male nurses is like it was like
What? They
a whole
be
stigma.
looking up.
Yeah, man,
They
everybody-
think
mostly
that's the
married. Yeah.
that's what they
I'll
say.
They
But
mostly
marry
was-
somebody.
they
How many
always
times you
married.
heard a nigga marry
It's-
somebody? But I fetishize about this.
They-
He was
they-
here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
It's
he was
they're
here.
all the time.
We spend 16 hours together, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's my
I
work
still-
life.
I-
When I go home, I didn't really want to.
yeah, you get used to a motherfucker fast.
You do. You can.
You feel me?
For sure.
That's like
I
you
think a
said,
lot
they
of people-
hoes.
They are.
Oh. But you just told me they married.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Your
that's
Me
doctor-
out there. Have y'all not seen Grey's Anatomy?
Right.
I know.
It's not going down like that, but it's,
It's
going down like that.
I believe
All
it.
right.
People leave
No, in them
like-
hospitals, I
I believe it. It goes down everywhere. So
Yeah, the
That's
patients
hours.
too. Like,
But you gotta think about it, bro. Them hospitals big. It's a lot of people you don't even know y'all work with. Like y'all
No.
don't never.
and it's
even
like
see.
empty,
Cut.
a whole
Yeah.
empty wing.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like
I met my
always
neighbor at
something
work.
new.
My neighbor. I was like, wait, where
crazy.
you live at my apartment? She said, yeah. And I lived there for almost a year now. And I'm just now meeting her. We work at the
Wow.
same exact hospital.
Let me ask you this:
that's me too, seeing people.
Yeah.
Because
How
my
much-
apartment's straight next to the elevator.
How much self
Right, out and in.
how much self control do a woman have to be working in the hospital, going to the hospital every day? Y'all saying
What do you mean
is it-
self control?
as far as
It's like
like
men.
Like not
men,
lashing
or if
out.
you in a relationship,
I think it's easier for
It's
us.
easy.
because it's I
not a
feel
lot
like
to
That's actually so much to turn you the fuck
Yeah,
off.
exactly. It's easy. Like,
yeah.
It's easy. We don't have that many options. I mean, the doctors are there, but they're not there. If you're not really working in close proximities with the doctors, you really don't get to know them or build that rapport.
They said them doctors be something else.
What they do. That's why I say if you work in close proximity with them, it's a whole different ball game. But like the ones that just be coming through the units and stuff like that, if you've been there for a long time,
Yeah,
but
it's not hard at all.
yeah.
I couldn't be no fucking.
Now the
Right.
patients, on the other hand,
Oh, patients try it.
that's different.
They
Now
try it.
patients, what
They try it.
they try it
So I
hard.
said like if somebody a patient there, they can't
They
talk to
can, but
you.
it's like, sir, this is not the time.
But it's not the time. I see you don't got insurance.
Right. Yeah.
Damn.
That's like
I
you went to
see
the
your
county
heart.
building,
I
you
see
went
your
to
heart.
You have poor decision
My
making
insurance
skills
ain't kicking
already.
in yet.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Like you in heart
You're a risk
failure.
taker.
It used to be
Your
funny because-
diabetes is out of control. You don't take care of yourself. No.
I used to work in the urgent
You don't
care,
take
and
care of
guys-
yourself.
No, like you,
It's
in
not a
here 'cause
boo boo.
You don't
You
take care
really
of
need help,
yourself.
my boy.
Right.
That's
You really
crazy.
need a nurse.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Really,
not doing
no, you
that.
really need a nurse. No,
I'm not doing
getting
that
off work to take care of somebody.
at all.
No.
So, so
Not right now, at least.
with y'all being nurses, right? Do y'all mind sharing y'all relationship status and you know, if y'all don't mind, you know, if y'all single or if y'all dating or what, and
Drop
what's it like right now for a nurse that maybe I don't know if y'all married or what?
Exclusive here first on the Dad podcast.
You know we ain't married, Joe.
They don't know. The people don't know.
I mean, if they've been watching Black Nurses POV, they know. No,
Follow up.
I mean, I'm not playing for sure.
So I'm single,
Single. That's what's up.
dating, but single. But
How's the
We
dating?
get-
And what's
How's the dating life?
what's the dating scene like right now?
What is it? Is it going up right
like
now?
Is it
overall,
lit?
in general,
Is it?
and all in general, just one, just
No,
in
is it not?
general? Is it
in
lit?
general, it's not lit with how you. I don't know.
Is it not lit?
I mean, the
Yeah.
person I'm talking to is he lit, but
All right, cool.
before-
He lit.
He
Boom
lit.
for him.
Yeah, before him,
One for us. Come on.
Before him wasn't lit.
Yeah.
before it's like people have that. Oh, she RN.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? That don't mean nothing. That's a paycheck. What else?
So they already put you. Do they
Yeah.
put you?
Well, it's
like
like
you
kinda
feel
like-
like that? You feel like people prejudge you?
Yeah. Or I think I come in with this big old kind of I bougie status or got this much money and all this stuff. Like, nah, just get to know me first.
I mean, we do come with that, but I brought it myself.
Yeah, I seen
so
the
I'm
Benzes
not
back to back
asking-
outside.
Yeah,
Right.
Niggas talking
I'm
about
like, y'all coming crazy. I got, hey, man,
Right.
Steroids,
I couldn't even
man.
park by
Right.
y'all. Hopefully they don't notice me.
Right. And do y'all feel like it could be intimidating for a guy to kind of approach y'all, or because you guys maybe are on that different level of finance?
But how would they know if this is like a social atmosphere?
No, just like
But once they know, they do.
Yeah,
Once they know.
they know.
They know.
I mean,
Once
if
they know,
tune
it's
in,
kind of like it's because they know we don't need them particularly.
or y'all
Like,
walk,
want you.
they walking around the store and they scrubs on, and the guy's like,
Yeah.
try to
Yeah,
go.
no,
I'm
they
generalizing
just like,
myself.
oh yeah, come take my blood pressure. That's
I didn't know. I keep realizing how much when I talk to other females, how much other men be needy as hell. So it's
What?
like mine.
I-
And
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
makes the
yeah.
dating pool so trash. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's like, oh, y'all really.
I feel like the only time I feel like
Right.
I feel like men only be intimidated when they insecure with themselves. Like if that's
Yeah.
what you want, if that's what you like,
Right, just
go
go
get
get
that
it.
shit. Like I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Sugarcoat nothing. If you like it, that's what you like. You
Right.
like
that's
what
the
you
whole
like.
thing. A lot of men are insecure.
Yeah, I be hearing like hearing
A
people
lot
say,
of men are.
"Oh, he was hating on me and shit."
Yeah.
Like what? He didn't want me to. I'm like, "Oh shit, life hard."
Regardless of what money, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you able to self-sustain and you able to handle your business and everything like that, then it shouldn't be no problem. You shouldn't be insecure about wanting
yeah,
to
I feel-
date or
Y'all working them long hours, nigga.
yeah.
You over there with Tyrone, huh? You ain't
Right.
motherfucking taking no blood.
Right. And with y'all being in the on the dating, or if y'all been dating, right? What are some like some
No, Dominique.
We
can't
no,
answer.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dominique.
yeah.
She thought she was
No,
gonna
yeah.
slip by.
Wait,
No,
wait,
mommy.
wait, wait.
Slip by.
Bye. Shoot.
Gotcha.
We caught
Wait, what's the question?
You
with the
single?
dating.
Single, dating, exclusively,
And how,
And how-
running the town.
and how is it as a nurse practitioner, or basically a doctor?
Yeah,
that
different area
innovative-
codes. You a
yeah.
different area codes. You
Right.
different.
What? Different
different.
areas.
Oh,
You got a couple.
You different.
No, I'm single, dating, but I'm just kind of trying to build platonic relationships with men. Just because I feel like I've approached situations in the past where I've had chemistry, but it wasn't really supposed to be anything like sexual or like romantic. It was like they're a real cool dude. I'm
Like, yeah,
real
you the
cool.
homie.
sounding real
Right.
good like you
Yeah.
running game, but listen, when
Hey,
you
oh
said,
God.
listen, when you said platonic, break that down
Right.
for the guests. Like,
Yeah, it's not friend zoning. It's just basically like I'm not in a position myself to feel like I'm ready to be somebody's partner.
Yeah, I'm not about to give you no.
Yeah.
Most
So
definitely.
I'm not gonna put
She
myself
still
in a
might hit your
position
back
to
too.
let you down.
Right.
Yeah.
AM, but she might.
Right.
You hit her up, she
Yeah.
might get mad. Like, what you talking about?
I might not answer.
Let me ask y'all this: as women, how do y'all balance to stay like that? Because what if you are dating someone for a long time, and obviously after so long, feelings come into play. After sex get involved, like feelings start changing, right?
Right.
So how are you guys able to just keep it there?
Been there, done that.
Oh, she said she a player for the Himalayas, nigga.
Like, I mean, honestly, it's like I'm in a situation that I'm in because I've been there, done that. So it's like, yeah, the feelings are gonna come if we're compatible. We're gonna be compatible, but that sexual aspect is always there and available. You know what I mean? Commit to it. If we really
Because I
doing
seen you
this,
on the
let's do
podcast.
it.
You said something about being celibate too, right?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
You
that's
been
part of
sustaining
it.
that.
Yeah.
How long have you been?
He knows.
Every
I'm
girl
like,
always say
I'm
2
like,
months.
shoot.
yeah,
see
it's
what she
probably.
Every girl always say 2 months.
About 2 months.
Summer.
For the summer.
Clear the summer out. Fuck you talking about.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
3 months.
You know what I mean?
That's cool. That's what's up. And how is that journey like? Is it like, are you no,
It's-
really, because certain things
intense.
could become a distraction. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Is it clearing, freeing your mind up, and are you seeing things now more clear, or was that?
Because I will
something-
say I was like not celibate, abstinent, like refraining from sex from the beginning of the year. And then like a couple months ago, I had met somebody, we was cool. And again, like I said, the feelings come. So you like, okay, maybe this could be it. It's not. So that's why I'm like, been there, done that. Like I don't have to keep learning this lesson over and over and over again, you know. So I've learned that about myself. Like to stick to my boundaries and just stick to what I'm thinking and what I'm doing
Stick
and
to
what's
your
best for
guns.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I've also learned that there's a lot of love bombing out there. There's a lot of men who will come in and be like, "Oh, I could do this for you, and I'll do this," and they are doing it
That's a
until
good
they get
word.
what they want,
Love bombing.
and then all of that goes away.
Oh,
What's
that word? Say that word again.
Love bombing. What the
bombing.
fuck is
Love
that?
bombing.
Love bombing.
So they just drop
Love
a
bombing.
load of love on
Like
you.
a load of love, so you think like, "Oh, this is my person," because fairy
They
tales
play the
exist,
game.
right?
No,
Oh,
they don't.
yeah.
They don't.
They really don't.
don't.
So
They have no real
Love
intention.
bombing.
Well, you
so I
playing
had
the
to
game
realize
too,
that.
right? So I mean,
That's what I have to realize about myself
Right.
is that, okay, you like the love bombing, but you know what it can lead to.
Yeah.
So allow them to do all of that, but you don't have to give up shit for
Right,
it.
right.
Yeah, if he already gave it before you guys gave up the love,
Exactly.
yeah, you
So
backpedaling
let
it,
him
baby
do
girl.
what he gonna do.
That's what-
But you ain't gotta do
Right.
nothing for it.
And I wanted to ask y'all, what is the difference between like intimacy, right, and sex, or is there a difference between the two?
You can take
What are your thoughts on that?
For me, I feel like sex is just an act,
Mm-hmm.
to fulfill a
Like a little
purpose.
performance.
Yeah. Whereas intimacy is more of the relationship, the getting to know somebody, the support, the
love language.
yeah, the
Your
love
love
languages,
language
the
without
spending
touching,
quality
yeah.
time and all of that. I think that's what the difference is. Like
Yeah.
intimacy is more of a feeling, where sex is more of action.
Mm-hmm.
And would y'all prefer intimacy, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely more intimacy.
It makes the sex more intense too.
yeah.
Once you know.
Intimacy and sex
Yeah, get-
combined.
Like
You
the,
can go
Yeah.
the more you like somebody, the better the sex.
Yeah,
is gonna
once
be.
you know that person, you know what they like outside of touching.
Right.
Sorry, man, I don't know. Jokes.
Right. And then in the dating scene right now, right? So what are some red flags that y'all see from y'all previous probably relationships and now in the dating world that y'all automatically see? And then how is y'all transition from like, I was feeling this person, but now I'm seeing these red flags? How do y'all exit stage left?
Like she said, love bombing, gas. I mean, I see gaslighting too sometimes.
Love.
That's
what?
love bombing for
Well,
me.
yeah,
It's like
love
gaslighting.
bombing, like just I'm gonna be there.
I
For you, I'm
think
gonna do
that's
something.
what's-
Back.
shit. I wish I was a
what's-
girl if I could some
okay.
fucking love bombing.
But it's like
But y'all don't.
Huh?
Y'all
I'm
get
not
all
talking
the
about my life. I'm
perks.
talking about y'all get it 10 times more than you know what I mean. Y'all know how it goes.
No, y'all get it
Sometimes
more than
do it.
us. A woman
yeah,
is
I'm not
way
talking about my
more
life, you feel me?
willing to nurture
talking
and to
about-
play that
We
role
get love
in the
bombing
dating
too.
scene.
Yeah, no, but you said it like you made it like it was bad.
Yeah,
like
it was a
me.
good, like
No. I mean, but I'm saying y'all do get it. Like y'all act like women don't cater to y'all and go above. Like it's a whole bunch of pygmies out here that's trying to get that attention and all of that, and trying to prove to you that they could be a good wife and doing all
That's
those
true.
duties. That's love bombing.
I think
That's like a
lot of
proving
women-
session, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
they want to
think-
show that I could do
I think a
this,
lot of women
I
do
could do
that.
that. and
That sound like
think a lot
that
of
sound like
women
love bombing.
do that.
That sound like some natural
I
shit
mean,
right
Does
there.
it sound like
Yeah.
dating?
I thought she was talking about like.
I think it sound like dating.
You feel
Is
me?
that something that
you
can
feel me? That's
that-
what I thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keeping my materialistic itch going
If
or
you're
something.
not buying her groceries, if you ain't committed to her, you dating other people. How is that?
No, I thought she was love.
it got to be an
bombing,
understanding. I think it's just about understanding. Like if you know, like
Well,
you out
and
here-
most men lie. You feel me? Sad to say,
Oh.
but you know what I mean about the most men don't want to be what's that monogamous? Is that the word?
Yeah,
With one person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we, you know what I mean? You know,
but I was.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Is
I
that
don't
the
wanna be
case? Because
monogamous.
we got 3
I don't
men
wanna
up
be
here. Is that the
monogamous.
case? Is that the case? Because it's 3 men up here.
talk
Do
to us.
men not want to be monogamous?
Most
I don't want to be monogamous. If I had like a real choice,
I can't.
Like,
I can't.
But what does that
know.
look like to y'all? Does that mean a polygamous relationship?
I
where
can't
y'all
do
can
that.
have
No, that's
whatever
too much money.
relationship in this community.
That's too
I
much.
mean, but it's a
people.
community.
I feel like
so you
I
pulling in
feel like
But I
community
don't.
of
What if y'all
people.
mad at me at the same time?
or you get a third.
Emotion.
I feel like it all
that's
just
too much.
depends
It
on
can
you.
happen.
I feel like if
Exactly.
it works
can.
for you, like if
Yeah.
it ain't no right or wrong to
Yeah.
the shit.
I feel like
mean,
it's like one
and-
person for me. Like that's
yeah, that's how I feel.
I
like,
can't fuck with your emotion. She mad. She happy. Like I got.
So y'all basically want to be able to just sleep with other people.
No,
So y'all want
I want to be
why do
with my
we?
person.
You just can't
But you
have
just
one.
say you don't want to be
two
monogamous.
women.
I didn't say that shit. No, come on.
Oh my bad. Listen. Hold on. When I be drinking, I kind of what's the name?
No.
It's only one woman that I want because listen, dealing with multiple women, it's kind of like too much.
I'm
It's
sure.
like a headache.
Yeah,
It's
a
too
lot.
I don't know
much,
how
bro.
y'all
It's-
do it. I could not.
I don't
Yeah,
know why y'all
I-
do
I-
it. Talk to me.
When I back in the day, I used
We
to.
used to
I used to
run
back
the
in the
field.
day- Back in the day, I used to be a player, just,
little,
and all that. But
something like that.
it did.
So I
did-
don't want
it
to be
did-
monogamous.
You don't want to be monogamous.
That's right.
No, you do want to be monogamous.
Hold on. I do want to be
You
monogamous.
know,
Right.
you
All right,
know.
You do.
There you go.
But like you know,
That's
what I
why
mean?
you. That's why
Just
you.
dated different women, and
Right.
it just take a toll on you. Then you be like all these, and then when you come down to it, like who can you really call on? Who can you really
That's
like
what
hit up when you really
Right.
down
Yeah,
and out?
that's
And that was
right.
like, and then it'd be like, damn, I didn't spend time with these people, and like for what?
Nobody could do nothing for you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all a toll on you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, bro. I don't want
No, back to your but guys, I just with this one guy was
The
saying
guy.
this one guy just I could do this for you, I could do this.
What's the nickname y'all gave him?
I don't have a nickname.
Okay.
He wasn't. Nobody even. We never came with a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, you didn't make it that far, my boy.
Yeah, you make it my-
I'm trying to say. But just lack of like he couldn't. You say all this stuff, but your actions don't match it at all. Like his words was great.
We were in recession. The market was down.
yeah, you stupid. Right.
Fight for myself, man.
Right. Right. Right.
But that lack of words was great. Actions was trash. At that point, it just was like, you know what? I can't do this.
Was he a rapper?
Right.
No.
So once y'all finally are in a relationships, or once y'all have been the relationships y'all been in the past, what is something y'all feel like y'all value the most, like in a relationship? Like what's the most valuable thing y'all getting from the relationship?
because we know y'all can't give us time. So nah, just
Why not?
Right, we can't.
Right,
I only work
I'll
3 days
just
a
play.
week.
I'll just
Just 3 days.
Right.
Playboy.
But like, what
That's
4 days.
what do y'all find valuable in a relationship?
Communication, making time for each other,
Understanding.
understand it. Communication with understanding, because I could talk all day if you're not gonna understand me. It's pointless.
Two people on defense. All day.
Yeah, exactly, and that's pointless. That's exhausting.
We're not
like,
getting nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, making time for each other, stuff like that. Like I want my husband to be like my best friend.
yeah.
I want to be able to do anything, whatever crazy with this person. That's just me. Don't why you look at me like that.
I don't know.
Nah, that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah,
That-
that's
that-
it's
Just know
supposed to
that's
be
your
like-
friend.
When
right?
that's your
That's
person.
yeah, that's my person.
Is that your friend?
Like I
That's
can
your
confide
Yeah.
everything with them.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you on that one. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
I mean, I still want you to be your own person.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
have
what I'm
your
saying.
own friends.
I don't wanna-
Right. I don't want to be your only.
I
friend.
Yeah, I
don't
want
want
your
to be
friend.
Be-
but
yeah,
I want
yeah,
to be
no,
your
for
To
like,
have an outside life outside of me.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Definitely.
cool with the whole
Encourage
go with your dudes.
I'm
Heck yeah, go and
I'm
have
the
fun,
type of
'cause
person I
wanna
need
do
to
half the
be
stuff y'all
alone
wanna
a
do.
couple times. I need to
Yeah,
not talk
no,
for
for
a minute.
sure.
Either
You
no,
feel me?
I
Seriously.
need my own time, my girl time. Like I want to
Yeah.
be chill, but
But that don't take away from what
exactly,
we have.
exactly. Well, each one of us have be our own person, and then one together.
We just walking this life.
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
And I got a question for y'all. One more question. A couple more questions.
that's fine.
Do your thing,
What is
Joey.
a because I've been hearing this word a lot, right, lately. Accountability, right? And I want to know your thoughts on what does accountability look like in a relationship as far as your partner and for yourself, right? And what does accountability look like in a friend? Like, what do you look for? How do you know you a friend? I mean, what does accountability look like as a friend? Right.
For me, if I'm saying I'm gonna be there for you, I'm gonna be there for you regardless. Like she could call me at 2:00 in the morning, like, Ashley, I'm going through something. I'm coming. I'm on my way.
Right.
I'm gonna be there. I got you. I'm accountable. You can make sure I'm there. Whatever I say I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do.
Right.
As far as relationship too. So
Yeah. How
That's
about you?
dope.
For me, like accountability is, in a way, taking responsibility for, how you show up for the person. That's pretty much.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, same here for me.
Right.
Like just accountability is amongst my peers too.
Yeah.
You know, if I miss something or slack on something, I gotta take accountability for it.
Mhm.
You know, but at the same time understanding each other too though.
Right. Everything's a conversation.
yeah. Even when you wrong, like if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, I'll take accountability. that I'm
Sure.
wrong. Like
When you could tell me I'm wrong.
yeah,
Right.
I'd rather you tell me I'm wrong than talk about
It's
my
just,
back.
it's just a turn off when people don't take accountability. Like like
Especially when
what
it's
we was
there.
trying to
Like
do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what we was working on or what we was trying to do.
Mm.
If you know that more could have been done
Mm-hmm.
or whatnot. And it's on you, then you got to be accountable for that and just do better.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes accountability could come in like say something you feel like somebody is not being accountable because they're not showing up the way that you expect that you would show up for them, right? Or that you expect your expectations for them, right? So I think it's kind of like a two-edged thing. Like
Yeah.
you could say, oh, I can feel like you're not being accountable because you're not showing up for me how I feel like
But
you.
they not
But
you,
do they
though.
know?
Right,
I was
right.
Like,
That's why-
nobody's supposed to show up. for
That's
that.
my
Some people-
accountability. I'm not even gonna go deep. It's me, a little ego.
Ego.
Yeah, because I'm accountable just for you not to be accountable before I can talk shit.
Hold on, wait, what? Say that again?
He like accountable in spite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, say it again.
So you gonna
I'm
be
only
there.
like this. I'm gonna show up because I know I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna hold you accountable just so I can talk shit to you. I don't give a fuck. I was gonna do it anyway. That's why I do shit alone.
But they got to be
That's why
important.
my
They gotta
theory
be
is
important.
I can help you, but there's no way you can help me.
But not even,
That's
not,
the thing.
not even with just people you work with, though.
Anybody, because I
Your
know
kids, your
well, my
anybody,
kids
bro.
is even worse. But you know what I mean, because they are little kids. So
And they don't care.
yeah, at all.
Right.
You know what I mean, my daughter gonna tell me to calm down. You're doing too much.
But I think like uncommunicated expectations lead
you
to
got
a lot of disappointment.
Exactly.
Right.
And I don't expect
In your head,
anybody.
you expect people to know how you feel and how to show up for you, but it's like it's not a movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just be thinking it's funny if you volunteer or say something and you don't do it. It's just like, what the fuck
Yeah.
did you say that?
Like, you didn't have to. Like,
You didn't have to say that.
And I, and you
You
know
wanna
what?
be
I
cool?
feel guilty when I do that because a lot of times I will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll do this," but then forget like I have an appointment, I have
Right,
this or that
right,
going
right.
on, and I'm like,
And I'm gonna do it in
Hey,
smash.
hey, I'm
wanna
guilty
let
of that, though. I ain't
you
gonna
know
lie.
what I mean?
I ain't
And
gonna
it's
lie,
like
yeah.
people really do take
you
it that
get-
way.
yeah.
Like, why you say you gonna do it if you're not gonna do it? And it's
And-
like, I
My thing is too many things at once. I don't do
Hey,
nothing.
that's right.
Yeah, real
So
talk.
But that's
I was like,
come in.
sis, I am your matrix concert.
If it's too much things going on around the same time, I'm not gonna do nothing.
Yeah, but that's where the communication comes in
Yeah.
because I should be
Yeah.
able to tell you like, hey,
Right.
And be
something come up, I
comfortable
can't.
without being ridiculed.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Oh,
Without
my
it being a whole big issue where you making it out.
Yeah,
to
y'all
I'm a
female,
bad
so it's
person.
different.
Yeah.
It's different
You
for
know
us.
what I mean? Like, we friends.
If he don't show up for my
Jesus.
shit, I don't give a
Like,
fuck.
why
You feel me? I'm gonna have
Yes.
fun regardless.
I got a whole
And I know this still my
Yeah.
boy. You feel me?
Not my girlfriend.
If y'all don't show up to each other's shit, it's different. I feel
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah,
If Joe was not to show up to my party, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
But see, that's for
Right.
me. I wouldn't.
Because I know
Not
that's still
gonna
my
take it
boy.
there.
I know that's my
Yeah,
boy.
Because
yeah.
exactly, it's my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's like I'm not assuming that it's
Right.
malicious that
Yeah.
you're not
Right.
showing up for me. I'm assuming that something's going on. I
But-
might even call you and check
Like,
on
are
you.
you
Like, you
tired?
good?
Right.
I feel me. I ain't gonna call it nothing. I'm gonna tell you, you missed out, boy. We had a time. You know what I'm saying?
So with a lot of podcasts, right? So we all in a podcast room, right? We see a lot of battle of the sexes, right? We see man versus women
I
and
refuse
vice
to do that.
versa, right? We not doing it. We don't do that here. We want to know like how to. We don't want to battle. We want to work together, right? We want to be like, I would want to know like, what do you feel like in general? What do you feel like black women need from black men?
Support. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Because it's like, even for like people, women that want to look like us. So it's like y'all still go after other women. So that make us more self-conscious about ourselves. Like even before I lock my hair, I'm like, I ain't getting no clubs. People look at me crazy because I ain't got no hair down my back. And it's really just, okay, I'm just living my blackness. You know? So it's like just being like, support your black woman.
Need support.
Even if you choose anything else, like that's fine. Your preference is your preference. But there's no need to like down black women for it.
I don't like speaking for black women, but I feel like for us as black men, I think they're just tired of leading.
Tired of leading?
Leading our
The
community.
support is necessary. I think in our community, even from before back in Africa,
Yeah.
women were actually a part of.
No,
they
y'all
were a
run
partner,
our,
you
y'all
know
are
what
the
I mean?
leaders of our community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we've
They
always
say that now
been.
too a lot.
Like, no, y'all are the
Black
leaders.
women-
But I feel like it's so much friction because we
They-
keep trying to fit into like this Caucasian idea of how we're supposed to relate to each other, and we are different. We're built different.
Yeah, we're built different.
I think it's more people embrace y'all leading more our community because you guys are the softer version of us.
Yeah.
You know, when we might come off with certain things, we might seem aggressive, like the angry black man.
Yeah, until you really meet one, and they more vicious than
Exactly.
you meet. You feel me?
But I
Right. Any shape, size, color.
Yeah.
Not like y'all
culture.
a version
No.
of us, but
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
still the most.
Right.
But since we talking about relationship, stuff like that. What I do want to ask y'all. Damn, it just kind of left. Hold on. I'm trying to get it back. I'm trying to get it back real quick. Yeah. How important is it for y'all, I know when y'all meet certain dudes, it's your likes, your dislikes and things like that. How important is it for y'all to let that dude know what y'all weakness is, what y'all weak areas is, so he could kind of support y'all in those areas?
Manipulated? No.
Come on, hey, I
That's
ain't
what they
gonna
do.
knock her. I'm
Yeah,
with you on that one.
manipulator.
I mean,
They could
that's
manipulate
kin
that,
to
though.
what they do because
that's
my
love bombing.
What
Let's
I feel
go.
like my weaknesses are may not be what you see as my weaknesses.
Right.
So for me to put that into your head off top, then
It's
you're
gonna
automatically
already-
it's already there.
But by you knowing just knowing what you could work
then
on.
that's on
kinda
me
like.
because I have to set my boundaries.
So you
and I
can't
have
let
to
the
be true
man
to
know. You
myself.
can't. But you go.
But I
you
mean,
gotta
what would
have
you
your
want to know?
person.
What does
You
that
gotta-
mean?
I kind of, I told the guy I'm dating, I'm an overthinker. I said that.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I'm
So
let
like
you
that.
know. I
That could be a
overthink.
good and bad.
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, don't overthink. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you this though, so you
I'm
know.
put some.
stuff.
I'm
You gonna
assuming
throw some shit
motherfucker.
together?
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
I'm
Like,
assuming
I need
motherfucker.
it clear. I need it. Yes,
Right.
I need a clear communication
but I-
because I'm gonna put poke holes and all type of stuff.
But I
So-
feel you. I feel you on that. You know what I mean? Because if you don't say nothing to me, I can assume now. So now I can put this
Right,
puzzle together
right.
myself.
Don't let me
Exactly.
assume.
So I understand what you're saying on that overthinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't tell me nothing, now I can think.
Yeah.
But also, some people aren't inclined just to tell you everything. Like, I'm not the type to share everything because
Yeah,
I don't
that's
feel like
right.
you need to know every
Exactly.
detail.
I'm a private person.
Especially
But
going
if you
in,
want
right?
to know
Very
every
private.
detail,
I only got a picture of me on
Very
Instagram.
private.
What?
Yeah.
Especially going in a situation,
I
right?
share
You don't
more
want to
than
just
that.
go up.
I know.
You don't want to
Yo,
go.
I
You don't want to go
video
in a
the only
situation
one
where
you gotta
all your
ever
guards down.
enter.
No,
Like,
no,
right?
no.
You want to just.
no, you gotta say something.
Yo,
You gotta
my
say
guards
something,
is
right?
The only
up.
video I
That's
got
the
on
main
IG is a
thing.
picture of him and the
Oh,
homies. Yeah, dancing.
That shit had
I
me
mean,
crying.
I got a ski mask on. No, I don't give a fuck. That shit to
I wish I
show.
could be like that. I mean, but
I'm trying because social media is like.
And it ain't for
It's
no
like
reason.
for
It's
what?
Right.
I
Like,
swear,
right,
if you wasn't doing this podcast,
right.
I swear I would not be on social media, bro.
That's the only
Me
reason
too.
why I'm
I
trying
swear
to
to
be
God.
on social
I just like to look at
media.
reels. So I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
really.
For the
I don't
fun
post.
shit, yeah.
You know, and then I also want to know,
TikTok
like,
for the older people.
how has social media like affected dating right now, right? As far as like expectations and shit like that.
I don't even. That stuff be.
Dating has always been shitty, man.
Yeah, so I think it's cloud because
Even
with
with
Summer
social
Walker,
media.
I'm like
It
with
was
Summer
just,
Walker
it was
and
just
Meech.
community,
Like, oh, they were
community.
so
Nigga,
cute.
my
Now,
dad got 3 baby moms, nigga, and I'm older than his wife's daughter. Think about it. Like this shit ain't,
right.
you know what I mean? Like you gotta think about shit that's going on. That shit been going on. Like
It's been going on.
it's
But
been
I feel
going
like
on. Now it's
everything
just
is a flex.
now I can just get I can hit you up from Long Beach to OC and be more connected now. I can be there. Now we're not just, I ain't from Compton to Watts or
Right.
Compton and Compton. I ain't on the west side to the east side. Now it's just further. Like a
but
nigga
we do see
motherfucking
that-
New York know a nigga from Cali. Like
we do see on
that's-
social media though, I guess the popular couples and how they you know how everything is exposed and they feel like this is what a relationship is. Like,
I think
oh, I gotta
that's-
buy you a bag. In order for you to show me that
if you got it, do it.
We also see the downfalls of
That's
it.
what I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
see-
Like Summer
like,
Walker
both
and
of
Meech
them,
just
you know?
blew up.
Right.
He was helping his cousin take the groceries, right?
Yeah, he was
That's what
helping
he
the
said.
groceries.
He ain't had no bag.
I didn't see it. I just
But
seen
then-
it. That's what I
Hey
seen.
man, he was helping his cousin take groceries in.
Maybe they
I
do
know.
it
That's my
I'ma
that's
stick
my
by-
cousin.
lie.
That's my cousin.
I don't know.
So Meech ain't a liar, bro.
Liar, bro.
He
I've
don't
been knowing
lie.
Meech since he was like this.
He don't lie.
I've been knowing Meech since
I
he
don't
was
know
like
his
this.
family.
I don't know him.
This is family, right? You can't see the
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know
I've
his
been
family.
knowing Meech, Lil Demetrius.
quick.
Well, then Summer Walker.
That was
crazy.
our cousin KK.
Man, he was bringing in
We gonna
groceries.
stick by him.
He probably was, but even that is just like, that social media stuff. is
But yeah,
whatever.
so
That's
because
clout.
social
And
media.
look at-
Listen, I feel like
if it wasn't Meech, would the neighbor had put that camera ring out?
no, for sure, and not even only that.
And no
If
girl
it
probably
wouldn't
set
even
him
hit
up, too.
social media and surface like that,
Yeah.
she probably would still be. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
could probably work through it.
Right.
But social media got a
Exactly.
hold of
Right,
it.
right.
And it's
Then they
'cause
tamper with
that's
Or you
my
embarrass
whole
me in
And
front of the
it's
world,
That's the
right?
whole
Lil
thing.
Meech,
Come on, man.
hold on, London had fit now.
That's why I.
But he was
what she
only
said.
in there
I know.
for
Never
20
mind. I know.
minutes.
Never mind. What's up,
Exactly.
London?
He was only in
My
there for
bad.
20 minutes.
You gotta help put
I'm-
the food and stuff away.
I'm just
My
trying to
bad,
figure
London.
out what happened in 20 minutes.
You gotta help put the food
20 minutes?
away.
He was in there for 20 minutes.
It takes.
You ain't never been in your
20
cousin's
minutes
house
to
and you
go.
chopping it up and
no
man,
bag,
that's
no groceries.
Smoke, he
Just help
had
her
a
put the
blunt.
groceries up.
Smoke, put away the groceries. 20, 30 minutes.
You ain't never been in your
So you
cousin's house?
just came over there to help her with her groceries.
You ain't never been in your cousin's
Help
house?
with the groceries and smoke one.
You ain't never been in your
Cover
cousin's
it up
house?
for a little bit.
Chill.
Yeah, all the time.
All
I said,
right.
I
gonna
got,
stick
I
by
said,
it,
I got a
man.
lot of guy cousins, and
I
I'm
don't
also
really
so
know
I.
what
I
really
just
happened.
we don't
on grocery
know.
day.
But I
That was the worst.
I don't know
excuse
what
ever.
happened.
I don't know
But
what
I just
happened.
seen the meme.
I
I
just
just
like
seen the
having-
meme.
I
that's
think
all
the
I
worst
seen.
thing was just the
I just
post.
seen the meme said
They
my
both
cousin.
young.
I can't help
like,
my cousin.
That's the true
fuck is
thing,
this
and I
about?
feel like
they both
with,
young with everybody else putting it in.
with social
whatever.
media, yeah, they take all these couples, Cardi and Offset, even Keke
Everything.
Palmer and her dude, like, and
blow
we,
it up.
Oh, they
we
broke
put
them
them
up.
on a pedestal.
I seen that on Twitter.
And then be ready
Firsthand.
for the downfall, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we be ready for it to like,
like-
get
Yeah.
messed
It's
up.
like
And I
they
feel
I
like
still
seen
human.
Twitter
They
firsthand
still
rip
human.
Keke Palmer relationship. I seen like from the thing to his tweet to everything. I seen it.
But
Like,
see, I was having a conversation with my guy friend about that because, you know, basically her dude was upset about what she wore to the
he
Usher
said, "Use the
concert.
mother."
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was like, females don't understand the position that they be putting a dude in.
That's
because
real.
guys are very disrespectful
though.
and they could not care. And
Talk
so
about that.
you're there and you get sexually assaulted or whatever. And yeah, you can say I should be able to wear whatever I want to, but society is the way that it is.
That's all.
You know when guys are
No.
extra more disrespectful?
That's all I'm
when
When
they
your-
seen your dude there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they want him to
Dude
try
there.
it. So now
Right.
yo, you
Yeah, we
putting
wanna-
your partner
we wanna
in
talk.
danger
Right.
to possibly get hurt or
We wanna
killed
see us
because
kid
you
niggas
want to
make
have your
no
ass
So-
out.
And not
Right.
only that, at the end of the day, if you really my woman, you're a reflection of me.
That's what
so,
I'm
what I-
you know what I'm saying? You going out and you showing your ass
Yeah,
and
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
Right.
All right, you can wear what you want to wear, but how
Don't
that's
be in no
making
nigga
me
face that
look.
got herpes.
What backlash?
Sometimes you
what
don't know.
backlash am I getting for that? You know what I'm saying?
We all know
What-
Usher got herpes. Don't be in that nigga face. He
Come
got
on,
herpes.
man. You got
Most
to think
people
about
do.
it.
So
No,
you
that's
might want
not
to
true.
get
Yeah,
nobody's.
but I'm
I
saying
like
we
Keke
all know he
Palmer,
got
but-
that. Don't be in that nigga face doing that when that nigga got herpes. I don't even
You
give-
talking to nurses? They know a lot. No,
That's what I'm saying. A lot
No,
of people
for
got
real.
it, but
Nah, people
I
be
don't.
having herpes out here.
They do. They don't test for it.
I don't
So
care
if you
about that
get
dressing
tested-
shit and all that, but you know what I mean. Don't do that
In front of Usher.
in front of Usher.
yeah.
I mean, if you get it from Usher, you get it from Usher.
Let me ask y'all this.
We gonna sue Usher now. We finna get this
I'm
silly baba.
I'm gonna just take it back a little bit, you know, because I seen the clip on y'all podcast, and I want
You
to
been
take it
watching.
back.
Yeah. I told you
Watch
we
me,
gonna
watch
Come on, man.
We was
Man.
we were supposed to collaborate,
Come on,
but
man.
we got
You know, we
we
supposed to
couldn't-
have a joint
Yeah.
live. We're gonna go live in the next
Yeah.
episode,
Okay,
part
okay,
two.
that's
For
fine.
sure.
You
I
know, we
never
got
went
plans for y'all. No, but for real, I seen the clip and y'all was talking about. I want to go back to y'all and the household, y'all coming up from children, and y'all talked about father issues often. You know, you hear that often in the community, but you don't hear as often about mother issues. So how does that affect a woman of your age and coming up of how they view their male relationships, not even just a boyfriend, girlfriend, it might be a cousin, a male relationship or whatnot, the abandonment, because we seen mothers abandon, we seen fathers abandon their children, but we don't talk about it as much on the mother side. So can y'all talk about that a little bit?
Well, for me, my mom, I end up growing up. I'm close to my dad. That's like my best friend. I love my dad. My mom, we have a good relationship, but my mom is the strong woman figure that pushed me to the limit. Like, she didn't play no games with me at all. Like, I got no leeway as a child, even as an adult today. So, no, I mean, nothing bad with my mom. It's tough with my mom though. Like,
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's same thing. Like my mom was that strong lead, so I kind of grew up in a masculine state. Like, you know, so it's kind of hard as a woman now trying to step into my femininity
Exactly.
to like let that go because I've been nurtured that way.
So
So
what you mean as a man? I don't get it. What you mean as a man? Something like
because she handled the household, she was the breadwinner, you know, all of that. And my dad worked and everything like that, but my mom made more. She made all the decisions, whatnot. So I saw her lead life. I didn't really see the male lead life. So I kind of stepped into life that way. And even relationships, it's hard for me to like step back and
she didn't make
be-
your dad feel less within though, right? It was just like she's just a big dog.
Yeah, because does leading
I mean,
have
if
to
we wanna
do
talk
with
about
how much
dynamics,
you
we
make?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know.
yeah,
That's what I mean because I know
mean,
somebody
not
that.
not purposely, but again, she kept continuing to move up. So my mom, she didn't start off as an RN. She started off
Yeah, she
as a
worked her way
medical
up.
assistant. She went back to school, got her RN. So I think my dad watching that, it kind of made him feel intimidated. Like he wasn't doing enough. Even though he had a good job, he was making good money. He didn't really need to go back to school or do any of that. But like you said earlier, like if you have your own insecurities, it's gonna make you feel some type of way. And it's like, I'm not trying to boast in your face like I'm got these degrees or I'm going back to school and stuff like that. That's
You ain't
something that
boasting me
I
up, but I'm
want to
raising
do.
these
I
kids.
want to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Raising
whatever it
kids,
is that you want to
motherfucker.
do, you can do,
Yeah.
but don't
Yeah.
feel like, I'm doing it in spite of you, or
Right.
I'm doing it in competition of you, or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
I
what kills
think
Let
me.
me ask you this:
Mm.
Can a man lead you if he make less than you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel because leading is something different. You know what I mean?
It has
Leading is
nothing to
like
do with
Totally
money.
different.
It
it
has
has
Don't
nothing
have
to do with money.
nothing
That's
to
what I'm
do with
saying.
your
It has
income.
Yeah,
nothing
it
to
don't
do
have
with
nothing to
money,
do-
It
bro.
has nothing to do with money.
What attributes did that man gotta have though for you to
Yeah.
follow his lead?
Be
Yeah. And
secure
trust
with
him.
himself. Main thing, because a lot of men are insecure and be able to be okay with if I do make more money, be like, okay, she make more money, so what? But I'm still lead the house. I'll make sure this is done. Like,
What is signs
having
of
a confidence.
insecurity?
Oh
from a man?
man, I didn't.
Bring
Go
up
ahead.
money.
From a man. What signs of insecurity?
Right.
Like
Bringing
that
up
where
money.
you could see it. Like it's like
Bringing
okay,
up
he's
money, bringing up
insecure.
the stuff that we have, or bringing up just anything, something small. Just
Right.
Big money, huh?
Big money all the time. Big money. Like,
oh, she got it.
right.
Oh, she could do it. Oh,
It's-
this is this. Like,
and I feel like it automatically sets them into this idea that she doesn't need me, so they don't even try to step up to
Right.
do what they
That's
should do.
Mm.
And so it kind of self-sabotage in a way because it's like, okay, well, I can't depend on you because you won't show up for me, because
Right.
you feel like I'm doing it
everything
on my
by
own.
myself anyway.
So it's like I have to do it on my own, though. It's not by
Right. And to go back to that other question, say if y'all say, all right, are you going in this relationship and you declare that you want to follow this
Niggas
man
gonna
lead,
step
right? So you follow his lead and he failed at y'all was working towards something and he failed at leading you towards that goal. How can y'all trust that he will say again? Y'all say, all right, I'm gonna follow your lead again. Say he already failed though the first time.
A
How do you feel
Ain't
like
failing a part of life.
A conversation.
it's a
I mean, because I know I
conversation
ain't
because,
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I ain't
fail
perfect.
sometimes. You know what I mean? The
So
road
y'all willing to
success is
continue
still a
to
failure.
follow behind
That's
a man that's been
I've
Let
done
me
it
know what
before.
the
I feel you
vision
because
is.
everybody
I've done it.
not.
Put me
Right.
on the
Yeah.
vision.
I've done
Right.
it before, so it's like a matter of this conversation. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I feel too. You got to conversate. Oh, this didn't go out. You got to let
This-
them know. Cause
yeah.
shit don't always plan. You feel me?
No,
Right,
because
right.
stuff
Shit
don't play.
happens and
Like,
goes, but
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I think that
'Cause-
it's important for us men to know too, though. Our women see certain shit that we don't. So
just like we see
when,
certain
you
shit
know
they
what I'm
don't.
saying.
That's
So,
why your
yeah.
your partner will be your partner. So if
Your
I'm telling you
partners.
something like, "Hey, this is don't look right here,"
Yeah.
even listen to me a little bit. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
Take my
Even if
Take
I
my
don't want to
advice.
hear
Right.
it,
even if you don't
it's
want to
like,
hear it, still
yeah.
listen to me a little bit because I
And
might
that's-
know a little bit
yeah.
something.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying with unbiased eyes.
Right,
Yeah, but
right.
some
And we
people
like
don't.
we in a partnership, you gotta remember we working towards the same goal.
Exactly.
I'm not working
It's not a
against you.
competition.
So if I'm
Right.
telling you something, I'm
But like
telling
you
you
said
because
though,
Yeah.
like you said
I
though, it's a
want
lot
us
of
to progress
self-sabotaging, a lot of competition, and and if
That
I
gotta
tell,
be
that's why I
gone.
tell people I don't compete with people I got genuine love for because when I compete,
to.
I'm trying to fuck you over.
Right.
I'm
You're not
stepping-
supposed.
Right.
You're not supposed
Right.
to.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't compete with somebody I genuinely feel like
Right.
that's my people's. Like, because if we competing, I'm gonna bury you. I feel like I'm gonna make sure you feel everything I did to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not competing with you.
Exactly. And I think that's the mindset that has to come out because I feel like when people talk about leading or when men talk about leading, it's more in a competitive way.
It's more about
like I want to
money.
be ahead of you versus
Yeah.
I want to lead.
No, yeah, I want to be ahead of
Make
you.
sure
Yeah.
That's what I'm
we're
saying.
on the same
It's
page
like-
and make sure we.
I'm the type of person
together.
you laugh at me wrong. I'm there with you. Like I'm about to show you something. So
I
Dead
heard
ass.
I heard y'all say something else too. I want to touch on.
I'm going.
What?
Y'all said something to the lines. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but it was something to the lines of men love their mother so much
Oh.
that they took on their mother trauma, and they can't take trauma,
My mom lived
the
soft life.
trauma from another woman.
Yeah.
Talk to me about
I've
that.
been
Oh, that's
through that.
that's crazy.
I've been through that.
That's
Think about that though.
Ooh.
I've been through that.
I
That's
don't know. I don't know. My mom loved me.
Talk to me.
Okay, but
Talk
then,
to
okay,
me.
do your mom love the women that you've been with?
Yes.
She's been cool with them? No problem?
All the
problem.
women that
You got blessed.
not saying that you.
No. I'm gonna tell you, my mom loved me until she kept me real. I'm not one of those kids. I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not no motherfucking. My baby can't do no wrong. No, I know this nigga's an asshole. I know,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. My mom didn't sugarcoat life to me.
Okay.
That's what I said.
That's
you
how
know,
my mom
I'm not blind to.
That's how my mom is.
You know what I
That's
mean?
how, but some people, moms are, especially for their sons.
That's what I tell her. My mom loved me. She told me the truth. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
She didn't tell me no bullshit.
No, some moms for their son, they protect their sons.
My mom hindered me from certain things that I shouldn't have. I didn't have no business of even knowing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a child's supposed to be in the child's place. They not supposed to know too much of everything.
Right.
But she hindered me from certain things, but she kept it real with me.
Kept it above
I remember a conversation I had with my mama, man. She
My mom
really
kept saying, bro, I won't date
I was
nobody
probably
like
about,
Yeah.
I was a grown man, bro. I was probably about like 22. She told me one time, man, my phone was off. I was fucked up. I was warehouse. I was in between jobs and shit. I ain't going to no fucking film. She said, nigga, you motherfucking better tighten up and shut the fuck up. Bro. She said, because ain't
Carry your
nobody
weight.
going to owe you nothing. Listen, I'm going to give you this money to pay your phone bill. You shut the fuck up. You show up here and you do what you got to do come Monday morning. Straight up. Because
Kept it
at
above.
the end of the day, ain't nobody feeling sorry for your motherfucking ass.
Right.
But this was stuff that was already instilled. But you know, sometimes we need
You
real.
get that
Yeah.
reinforced.
Yeah.
Because you want a nigga to
Sometimes
agree
we
with
lose
you, show you
track.
that love.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she like, nigga, nah, nigga, I'm gonna tell you straight up. You need to tighten the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
You need to do A, B, and C, and D, and stop fucking waiting.
Right.
Right.
And I was never a couch potato waiting ass nigga. But at the end of the day, some of them conversations, you really need that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You get in the slump.
They come at the right
right
time. They
Yeah.
come at the
Because you
right
can get
time.
comfortable.
too.
You know,
Get the
sometimes
slump.
being at
Yeah.
your mama house ain't bad. You feel
Exactly.
me? And it's not.
But I wasn't even at my mom's house. That's the crazy part about it. I wasn't living with my mom at the time. It was just she seen me like, nigga, like,
Like in
it
a
ain't
stupor.
being you, like you
Right,
like
yeah.
really like
Like you in a
losing
stupor,
yourself,
yeah.
my boy.
Yeah. Get
Like
up,
get
make it
right
happen.
real quick. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
And I feel like for you guys, like that's good that your mom was able to recognize that. But if you had a partner at that time, they may have felt like, you know, you was pulling away or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They may not
Yeah.
have seen it in that
Yeah.
way and it's been
Yeah.
negative and then,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's like it's a lot of communication breakdown
Yeah.
between black
you gotta
men
be
and black
communication
women.
because sometimes people think everything is like you mad at something, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but I feel like it's about me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you know we all got main
A lot of
character
people make
syndrome,
yeah. A
you
lot of
feel
people.
me?
Right.
So,
A lot of people
Because
make
everything
everything
I do
about
has to do with
themselves.
you.
Like I could be
Yeah,
going
yeah,
through
Center of
something
attention.
totally different, right?
Yeah.
But a person gonna find a way. A person that's not gonna be self-centered. A lot of persons just gonna make it about them. Like,
Yeah, a lot of
you
people
ain't
are
talk
like
to
that.
me, knowing that you don't know what I had on my mind when I
At
walked in the
all.
house,
Yeah.
right? They'll take it and make it about them.
Yeah,
I'm
a lot
like
of people do
the
that.
Audacity though.
Right.
Like,
A lot of
why
people-
do
a lot
you
of
think
people
my
do that.
decisions are
Right,
based off
right.
you? Like,
When cause I had the same shit, Joe, and whoop whoop whoop. Like, nigga, I don't want to hear about that right now,
Right.
bro. You feel me?
right,
Yeah.
I'm
I feel
venting.
you.
Yeah, that's a lot of people though.
Yeah.
But I had to start asking for clarification because if you have insecurities yourself, if you experience abandonment, if you experience any like negativity or like trauma, you will internalize that. And
Well,
you
yeah.
may feel like your partner is pulling away from you.
But that go
and-
back to you being a whole person before you go in a
Yeah,
relationship.
and being able to
because-
recognize that. Like,
'cause
it's
some
not
people,
about you.
Yeah, because you have to self check yourself. A lot of people are scared to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
the
the
fucking
first
way.
thing I do.
Yeah, people think I'm always right. No, you're not.
At all.
If I'm
I'm like
always right,
the
something wrong with me.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that.
Little
It's something-
80s.
You
Yeah.
right for you all the time.
No, I'll be
no,
like,
like,
I'll be like, no, I'll be right.
But
I ain't even right for me most
That's what I'm
sometimes.
saying.
I'll be
Yeah,
right
I
sometimes
know,
that
yeah.
scare me.
so I know you're not gonna do nothing. Like if
Yeah.
I'm not right for me, sometimes you're not gonna be right.
Exactly. So
I'm
that
all-
go take that's
me,
take,
I'm
that,
perfect.
that's taking accountability for yourself though.
Yeah.
So we're not
Right.
taking. That's the main first person yourself, then somebody else.
And that's the
How-
hardest conversation to have.
Yeah.
How
it is.
important is communication in a relationship? 'Cause
That's
I
everything.
feel like, what if a person that struggle with communication though? Like,
That's
You don't
that
have to
was
find ways,
What's
tools,
an alternative?
therapy, something, because I
Something.
need to understand you. I need to understand where you're
but
coming
what if
from.
I'm
Right.
showing you and I'm telling you, but,
But
you
you
still
might
don't get
think
it?
you doing that, and
But
it's
what
not
if-
translating the same way.
That,
to
hey,
you.
So what's
I-
that
I've
barrier,
heard that.
though?
But what's
Females,
her-
you think
that's-
you're doing something, but you're not doing
Yeah,
it.
like
Like,
what's her?
Yeah.
Like you not doing
That
it.
love
Like I don't
language,
know.
if y'all have
You're
that
not doing it.
understood before, then that's the difference. But if she don't have that the understanding, then she ain't gonna understand that.
And I think
Time to
that's
talk.
kind of like been a disconnect with me in my previous relationship because I don't say my every single move. And some some women, they require that. Like
They need that.
just every single move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's not me.
It's
either.
and
Especially when I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do.
Yeah, like listen. What you doing
Right,
tonight?
like,
You say, for instance,
I don't
what
know.
you doing tonight? I really don't.
like I'm hanging with Joey and Dad. I don't
What
know
y'all
what's
doing though?
liable to
I
happen.
don't know what we about to do, but we going out.
That's
We're
something.
out.
Gonna be
We
there.
outside. That's all I can
Right.
tell you.
I tell you when I get there.
Right.
At least do that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of
Right,
course.
right. But not just that. It's just sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We don't. Well, me, I'm gonna speak for me. I don't know how to express myself in certain ways sometimes. You feel me? Sometimes I need that isolation time to think and then make a move with something. You know what I'm saying? Without having to say, oh, I'm about to go here. I'm about to do this. I'm about to go to the store. I'm about to grab this. I'm about to do that. You know? But I know
used to hate
that
that shit,
I
too.
do have to, I meet women like we have to meet at a certain, like, okay, if that makes you feel more comfortable with certain things and stuff like that, you know, but I'm just not the type to just, I'm here, I'm going here, I'm doing this. I'm not like that, you know. And I know y'all women sometimes y'all could take that different.
Yeah, I have a question. Would you be okay with your partner having your location?
Yeah. I ain't tripping off of that.
That ain't nothing. Fuck,
I
ain't
don't
no
know.
shit.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not. If I'm not gonna be nowhere, I ain't gonna tell you I'm not. If I'm really rocking with you and we really on that level, I'm not gonna be nowhere. I'm not.
Well, then I would be.
better not anyway,
If I have your
'cause I see
location,
it
I'm
and
like,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
call
know.
you.
He over here. That's
But
what
why
You want me to share my location?
But why you need?
24
But why do you
hours?
feel like you need somebody?
I don't
might,
need
no,
nobody.
I'm saying not. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, why would somebody?
If you have a
need
private,
a
somebody,
No, we
location on
saying
somebody?
you because you brought it up.
I never
Matter
had
of fact,
nobody
I
location
think
update.
Yeah.
I've never had
This is
nobody
so-
location.
I don't
See,
want no
hey,
location.
Hey Solomon, we gotta edit that part out because we gonna give people ideas.
I don't want no location. Like I don't want to know.
I mean, if you're married, you have kids, y'all have stuff tied
I don't think,
together.
why y'all think
If
so deep
anything
into that?
happened to you, you know what I mean? You may not be able to call me and be like, oh, I went over here instead over here.
Right.
But I have your location. So if something you went missing or something, I know where you were.
It's too much crazy.
I'm not-
stuff.
Is
if
that
if I stop
your
in
pitch?
between them,
That's a good pitch. That's a good pitch.
It's safety.
If anything
I care
happens
about
to
you.
It's crazy stuff
That
in
was
the world
about
right now.
survival.
Yeah,
That was
it's crazy stuff in the
that
world
was-
right now. It's crazy stuff.
Black men are getting killed.
left and right. They covered that mission left and right.
No, where you at?
That's a good
Well,
pitch.
shit,
I
y'all
feel
gonna
you.
have to
You're right.
find me.
You're a fool, man.
Like,
me sharing the location don't stop shit.
Nah,
it really don't.
really don't.
It's like,
It ain't not like I'm doing it, but I don't give a fuck. You out? Go here.
like what you gonna do? Pull up?
what that mean to a nigga that got
Pull up.
burned?
Like,
Hey, come through. Like, you feel me?
Right.
It's cracking. Like,
What
nigga,
that mean to a nigga that got burners?
oh jeez.
No, I just
no. I'm just saying, like, it ain't no. I'm not. I feel like I'm grown enough. I'm not gonna motherfucking lie to you about where I'm going.
Right,
So
that's
you
what I'm
think
saying.
about it.
I'm
So-
like, I'm dealing with
So that's what I'm
something.
saying.
Y'all might be in different caliber of men.
No, not even
sometimes I
that,
don't
because
be
I used to feel weird about saying something to people about leaving, but that shit was like, oh, you care or I'm going here.
I really
oh,
don't-
what's
I
wrong
like people
here?
keeping
Like that
tabs
shit don't
on me,
mean
though,
mean
like,
nothing because I ain't
yeah.
doing shit.
I don't
that
really like people
make me
keeping
feel
tabs
like I need to hide.
Right.
No, I just don't want nobody knowing my every move.
And I'm private, and because I used to thought it was weird. Like, oh, why the fuck we? Why like I gotta tell you? Then it's like, oh, you want to know? I don't care. Like, motherfucker.
I'm-
Fans watching.
Nah, I
Those
feel
got
you
the
though,
fans
Joe.
watching.
Like, you know, you private. Like, you got like.
I'm private
That's
too,
how I am
but-
too. I'm a private dude too. But I mean, I feel like if I'm rocking with you, like it is what it is. Hey, that's where I'm at. Shit, if I'm
My
happy,
social
you know what's
media, you know I
happening.
have a dog and I'm a nurse. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
You don't know nothing else.
No
Spike.
location on this.
Spike,
Spike.
yep.
Big Spike.
Big Spike.
Tell them where to follow
Spike.
y'all at one more again, man. For real, for real.
At Black Nurses POV on Instagram and on TikTok
and YouTube.
and
You can search
YouTube.
Right.
YouTube, we're under their umbrella with the whole
Straight up.
podcast.
You already
Yeah,
know.
for
It's
sure,
definitely-
man.
We're definitely
Our sisters.
They brought us
This is
in.
our sister pod.
Yeah.
This is our sister pod.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nah, for sure.
Man, once again, I want to thank y'all for coming. We've been trying to make this
Thank you
happen for a
for
minute.
having
It was a dope conversation.
Yeah.
We're gonna have more. Of these, we're gonna have more of these sessions too.
Part 2,
We
we
gonna have-
going live.
we-
We
we
going
gonna go
live.
live.
Part 2.
We gonna go live.
Clicking with the nurses of the POV.
Yeah.
And yeah, Joey, if y'all like this, for real, man, this was a dope
Yes.
episode. If y'all like this, man, hit that notification bell, subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to
Notify
Black
every
Nurses
time.
POV.
And ours is right under there.
Right under there.
It's
Come on,
easy
man.
for both.
1, 2.
Easy.
Yeah.
Straight
Yep.
up. You know what I mean?
Dad podcast.
We
out
out
here.
down in
Bye,
Diligent,
y'all.
baby. Stay
Oh,
down.
you know one thing I want to say? This Sunday.
Oh yeah, my birthday coming up.
Dad's birthday coming up, and also
Shout out my boy.
I'm having our annual
Yes, sir.
backpack giveaway. And I don't got the address, but
It's my birthday.
check our Instagram. Check our Instagram page. It's our fourth annual my nonprofit fourth annual
Backpack giveaway.
Backpack
Backpack, get your
giveaway.
backpack.
School supplies, free haircuts, free braids,
Hey.
all kind
You
of.
already
That's
know
what's
how
up.
it's
City of
coming,
Compton.
man.
Come check
You
us
already
out.
know how it's coming, man. For real, for real.
Dad podcast.
Thank y'all for doing
All right,
that.
thank y'all.
All
All
right.
right, peace.